The first batch of entrepreneurs make their initial pitch.
So you came into the show for a marketing thing, just for mentorship?
That's right. We are looking for mentorship really because it's very hard for us to close big developers.
Sinasabi na they want mentorship. Para sa investors, turn off na kagad then you don't need us.
My name is John Aguilar, and I'm an entrepreneur television producer based in Manila. I've gathered 4 illustrious investors looking to fund and support the next great Filipino company. William Q. Lim, founder of Mega Global Corporation, makers of the #1 sardines in the country, Mega Sardines. Dino Araneta, trailblazing founder and CEO of experience, innovation, and digital logistics company, QuadX. Jet Yu, millennial dealmaker and CEO of property advisory firm, Prime Philippines. And Mikey Romero, billionaire sportsman, port operator, and co-founding owner of Philippines Air Asia. Our goal is to find the best up-and-coming entrepreneurs and help take their businesses to the next level. In the end, they face the investors in a once-in-a-lifetime funding round. Many will try, but only a few will make it to the final pitch. It's day 2 of the initial pitch, where all invited entrepreneurs for the day have social enterprise businesses or companies that seek to make a social impact. Hello investors, welcome to day 2 of the initial pitches. So today we've lined up an exciting number of social entrepreneurs for you to listen to. But you might be wondering there's an extra chair here because today
What's that?
you will be joined by a special guest judge. So this guest judge is the Senior Vice President and Group Head of Corporate Banking of the Bank of the Philippine Islands. Today he's wearing a different hat as a representative of BPI Foundation. So investors, please help me welcome full-time banker and part-time DJ and mixologist, John C. Sikia.
Morning.
So, DG.
Morning, John.
So, DG ka pala.
Yes. Yes.
The BPI Foundation has evolved into a very integral part of Philippine society, and as such, the social responsibility aspect is even more important for these organizations like ourselves.
So today, John C. will be joining you. I know that John C. will probably be looking at these entrepreneurs from a different set of eyes, and I trust that whatever influence you will exert on our investors will be all for the better. BPI Foundation will be choosing 3 entrepreneurs who will get a shot at earning a 500,000 peso equity-free grant for their social enterprise.
When you talk about social responsibility, it's really looking at what affects the population. So that end result is key as far as looking at what types of projects to back.
First to deliver their initial pitch are 2 entrepreneurs from General Santos who are proposing a healthy, locally sourced alternative snack.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chad.
And I'm Eman.
And we're from General Santos City, and we're the Chief Eating Officers of Good Chips. And we're asking for 6 million pesos in exchange for 20% equity in our company. When was the last time that you craved for a crunchy and salty snack? Basically, whatever it is, somehow, somewhere, someone will always crave for crunchy and salty snack chips. The problem is not how often we crave for crunchy and salty snack chips. The problem is, because of the increase in consumer active lifestyle, people are opting for healthier option. They are willing to pay more for something healthy, but that doesn't mean that they won't prefer something affordable. So our solution, why not use the local root crops that we have here in our country? In Gensan, they've been selling taro chips for quite some time, but no one really associated it to something healthy. It's because they branded it as a pasalubong only. So our solution is to brand our product not only for the market of pasalubong, but as a healthy chips for the consumers. What we're planning is that, investors, this is it. We bring to you good chips. We want to become the staple healthy snack chips in the Philippines by 2020 and go global. And most importantly is our social goal, which is to work hand in hand with our local farmers to provide sustainable livelihood program and help underprivileged nanays and tatays from underprivileged communities. I think if you're looking for a good sign, this is it. So help us, help them make the good choice. Thank you, everyone.
How long is the shelf life?
For now po, 2 months.
What equipment do you have in your production?
Everything is manually made. We pack
Okay.
everything manually po. So
Yeah, but the problem is you don't have much equipment and you're valuing your company at 30 million.
yes, sir. We're having a hard time identifying yung valuation. It's something that I've tried to research, to read on, but it's really difficult for us.
How much have you sold already? And when did you start?
We started nung January 2017.
Okay.
To date, we've sold 8,000 packs, sir.
If I put you sa carts ng AirAsia,
Apo.
20 airplanes, 10 million passengers a year, and 10% of that bibili ng chips mo. So,
10%
can you
lang.
scale it up to 1 million? Can you assure me? Because pag hinanap yan sa carts ng namin sa airline, at wala ka na, anong sasabihin namin?
Yes,
Diba?
sir.
So, how can you scale this up?
Sir.
But you're sure na ito lang kailangan niyo.
6 million enough na.
Let's go back to production capacity mo. 8,000 per hour.
8 hours.
In
So
8
that
hours.
means
8 to
1,000 per. Kaya tingnan mo
1,000
kaya ninyo,
per hour.
Lumalabas yan, you are making 2.7 per second.
Apo. Yes, sir.
Per second kaya mo 3 packs na per second.
True.
You look at that.
Yes, sir. We have no way to prove it for now, sir.
I don't think you can make 2.7
Yes,
and
sir.
it's off. So mali ng production volume,
Yes, sir.
lalabas yan, you'll be in trouble.
I would suggest that if you present to us the next time,
Yes, sir.
yung hinihingi ko nga 1 million packs, kung kaya mo i-scale up, then magsasama na lang kami ni paring William.
Ay, sige po.
So yun ang
We're
take-home
looking
challenge
forward.
ninyo.
Apo.
Get his PO for 1 million packs and I'll invest in your company. So at least your idea is good. So let's try to improve some more.
Yes, sir.
And always production capacity is the issue.
Yes, sir.
More productions, lower down your cost. At least mas madali mo pa ibenta yan.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you po.
Next to pitch is a social entrepreneur looking to help students fund their education one loan at a time.
Good afternoon, I'm Carmina Bayongbong, CEO and founder of Invested. So our mission is very, very simple. We help marginalized students earn college degrees through our high-tech student loan program so they may escape poverty and help their families escape poverty. So our ask for you guys is to lend at least 1 million pesos to our students. So hopefully 1 million each from you, from each of you. And what is our pitch for that? So the money will be used to be lent to students, and the money will grow 7 to 10% per annum. Thank you very much.
You're asking for 1 million peso?
The scheme is if you put in a student loan fund with us, we would manage the fund, and as long as the fund is with us, it will grow 7 to 10% per annum. Plus, you will have unlimited access to our students for hiring.
Are you open to equity sharing?
So far, sir, we're not open for that because we were lucky to get a 5 million grant last month, which will fund their scaling for now.
So you have 6 million in equity now, basically. Your
that's-
1M plus the grant, right?
The grant is equity free, sir.
You have no credit risk because it's all in you're proposing is it's all
The
the
matching.
lenders. Yeah.
Well,
No credit risk, and your cost is operating cost basically,
yes.
which you recover from the 50% share plus your service fee.
Yes.
That's the business model.
Yes.
It's very high margin.
Yeah.
What's the social angle then if it's a very high margin?
We get asked that question a lot, sir.
You get to put people to school.
It's really
From her, I mean, the social angle, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
you're
Totally.
not
Supposed to
making
be.
an abnormal return.
Supposed
Yeah,
to be.
yeah.
Right? A
Totally,
fair return
yeah.
or less than a fair return.
I've been in development for almost 8 years, and truth be told, the first priority factor for our pricing is actually social impact. My belief is that whether you're serving low income or high income, everybody receives a good treatment as a customer.
How will you allocate the 5 million grant that you got?
So the allocation is actually 60% technology improvements.
So what kind of technology improvement? Because that's 3 million pesos.
It's mostly on the social media analytics, sir, and the success platform for our students.
So what about the 2 million?
Marketing, sir. And then the rest are for admin.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Carmina.
much.
Thank you very much.
And good luck.
Thank you.
I'm actually interested in any of this.
But the point is, they are waiting for the grant to run out before they would be seeking additional investment.
Grant, hindi masyado problema pero may mismatch on ano.
Yung 20, I think the way it works, Mike, is they charge, let's say,
Service fee.
there's 100,000 loan,
And then
20,000 is upfront service fee.
Yeah.
That's their operating cost. No? Then the 100 pays
Interest.
the 1.6 to 2.9% per month.
Interest na doon ang
But what I didn't get to ask is if that's paid monthly, kasi walang puhunan naman yung student or back-ended. If
Tama,
that's
tama.
back-ended, that's a lot.
compounding.
That's compounding on a per month basis.
Up next on the final pitch.
No, how did you get that? Again, a crazy valuation.
Income, the revenues, it will come. As long as your objective is to provide food for 1,000 weavers.
Just saying that because the cameras are rolling.
No.
Next to deliver his initial pitch is an entrepreneur with a system that hopes to aid emergency response in times of disasters and calamities.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Cloyd Dedicatoria. I'm from Cebu City. I'm representing Subutay Incorporated. 2014, Guardian was released. Guardian stands for Geographic Unified Assistance and Response to Distress Incidents with Agile Networking. Basically, emergency response at your fingertips. Guardian is a platform, a leverage asset, and a crowdsourcing. I'm asking 8 million for 6% of equity. Questions? Shoot me. I'll call Guardian.
Can you walk us, hindi clear kasi, can you walk us through yung package? Why do they need to buy this?
Oh, this one.
This one is for the command center, sir. This is for, not for the volunteers.
What that whole package? A computer, animal?
Computers are basically an access to Guardian servers. A computer, basically a computer, a switch, and a phone, and GPS transponders for the cars. And that's it.
So this rely on internet call?
Not at all, sir. It can run at the internet or mobile data, but then again, there's a budget in DICT for 4.3 billion for public Wi-Fi in the Philippines. We will ride on to that infrastructure with this.
You know the problem, if we rely on Wi-Fi, if there's a calamity, Wi-Fi is not accessible.
You have a standby device, put it in to the disaster area, turn it on, then voila, you have a Wi-Fi infrastructure in a snap.
How much money have you made?
Right now, we haven't had much profit, not even break even, but we have a lot of revenue streams.
So you're asking 8 million for 6%
6%.
equity. So your valuation for your company is about 130 million.
Yeah.
Yes. At the moment, sir. But we're going to the details soon on the paperwork side.
Okay. Thank you, Lloyd.
Thank you.
Dagang salamat.
Doing great.
Are any of you interested?
I'll pay 5,000 for his outfit. Because it looks like
That's what you're waiting.
Our next entrepreneur comes with a business that aims to promote Filipino heritage with its growing lineup of lifestyle products.
Good morning, my name is EJ and I'm from Macaba and I'm from the Philippines. So we're a fashion and lifestyle brand and we want to bridge cultural heritage and modern lifestyles. Really, our vision is to serve as a marketplace, in a global marketplace, a platform in a global marketplace for community-based artisans. We want to bridge them to the market directly. Our vision is to be the pioneer to do that in a commercial aspect. Give them a product that they understand with a little twist, the type of us of the hand-woven fabric. Now, why hand-woven fabric? Simple. I want to revive it. It's dying for a reason. It's not profitable for everybody involved. Why join us? It's simple. Let's do some good. Let's do some good. And let's profit on the side also. So this is where the 20-25 million comes in. 12 million pesos for 10.5% equity. 8 million pesos is a business loan, 12% per annum. So there. Thank you.
What is the product?
Oh, let's get to the actual product then.
So ito yung fast-moving mo. These are the fast-moving products.
How many percent of your sales is ito mga bags? How many percent?
So our knapsacks account for 30%.
I want to ask about the social entrepreneurship side. No? How do you maintain them every month?
Kasi nga po, our target is 1,000 weavers. Right now, we're only still at 100. So we need to sell more.
Fantastic. What's
Net.
what's your net?
Net, I'll be honest with you guys, the company is not profitable at this point. Why? Well, first, we believe in reinvesting our resources. So we're not focused on profit, we're focused first on the growth of the impact, because profit will follow. Because one thing that we have to protect is our supply chain.
So when do you plan to make profit?
Socially conscious brands are being acquired for $100 million now. If people are willing to wait with me, and that's what I'm trying to do now, we can bridge a couple of families for 6 years, and once everybody's done, I think everybody's happy. Ang goal po natin is whatever we're doing in the Philippines, we want to do it in other countries.
Okay.
So you will have a stake there as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Quite frankly, I'm not after the money, I'm after the right partner.
And what do you need from that partner?
People who see the importance of not profiting at this point, people that are willing to wait. And not saying not profiting at this point. What I believe is less for self, more for others, enough for all. And I feel that it's really hard to find partners like that.
So the 8 million pesos is just a business loan.
Yes.
So there's no equity on that.
Yes.
So the equity will be coming from the 12 million.
Yes.
The income, the revenues, it will come as long as your objective is to provide food for 1,000 weavers. Ako, I see it as a...
You're not just saying that because the cameras are rolling.
No.
Making us look like bad people.
No, of course not. No.
I know it's a small sector in society, but what we're trying to preserve here is culture. So I want to address that. But we do help bag makers naman din po.
Okay. Thank you. EJ.
So sorry if I talk too much.
Yeah, EJ. Suggestion lang, no? Limit your social to Philippines. Wag na sa ibang bansa. Kasi mas kailangan natin dito.
The next social entrepreneur for the day has a cool invention and business proposition for the investors.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Rodmark Bariga and I am from Palamigan Ko. We are seeking 3 million pesos in exchange for 25% equity in our company. So Palamigan Ko is a social franchising business. The star of the business is the brine immersion machine that we have designed and make ourselves. And with it, we set up micro ice plants all over the Philippines. So the problem we're trying to address is first and foremost, widespread poverty in the country. The second problem we're trying to address is lack of access to ice and freezing technologies. What we're trying to give is a social franchise business using the machine that we built. We call it the BRIM, or it's a brine immersion ice machine. So we can make ice and ice derivatives out of the machine. Why social franchising? Here's how we do it. First, we try to locate viable areas and we provide the technology. We educate them on how to make a business out of it. And with that, my final question is, Cool ka ba? Can you help us with this dream? So thank you very much.
Can you explain to us how your magic freezer works?
It uses salt water. Just water and salt, but we could actually use glycol as well. We could actually use calcium chloride as a refrigerant, but handling becomes more expensive. If we find the right partners who can help us set up micro ice plants, the sharing could be 30-70 or 60-40. But aside from that, there's a rental that they pay for the machine. So we're going to charge 5,000 pesos rental every month for the machine as part of their expense.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
right.
thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much. For
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Next on the final pitch,
I remember you guys, you pitched in front of previous President Obama and Jack Ma, right? And since then, I heard a lot of controversial stories about your product, right?
Correct.
Our next entrepreneur faces our investors with a proposal that responds to basic social needs with the innovative use of centuries-old technology.
Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. I'm Auke Idzinga, a Dutch na pusong Pinoy. In the country since 1985, working among the poorest of the poor. I'm working with 8 Foundation. I'm the CEO and co-founder. And 8FI is involved in the manufacturing and installation of basic technologies for basic needs. I'm presenting today to you is a hydraulic ramp pump for water. My offer, or the offer of 8FI, is a partnership for your CSR work, or maybe for offsetting your water, electricity, or fuel use. We are not asking for equity, but we promise that if we would be partnering, that this will have a great impact on the communities and on your company and on the environment. A social enterprise is always focusing on a social problem. In our case, our main problem we're tackling is access to drinking water, easy access. So 8FI, our organization, combined the best of both from the commercial ones and the do-it-yourself. And we developed a very unique model, which is Wanted. And it works with a main spare part as an ordinary bisagra, or door hinge. Once the water starts coming in, free-flowing, there are a lot of benefits. It's about time saving, money saving from older people who have to pay for the water. We are working on the PCNC licensing. That would mean tax deduction for your company. And delivering water to waterless communities is a very powerful tool for advertising. Deal?
So you don't want any equity on this?
No. Yes,
so how would you be able to sustain your operations?
I was just now talking about a big partnership, but we also have other partners.
Okay.
Basically, we are a technical service provider. Yes, we don't have money, but there are LGUs, there are companies, the government. For example, we also work with the Department of Agriculture on ramp pumps for small-scale irrigation.
Okay.
So we are not worried.
So the goal is just to keep on installing this technology.
And spread the technology in the same time. It won't cost us energy from doing things locally, but also to help spread this technology to other countries. It's a kind of an advocacy from us.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
very
you.
Nice,
Very
nice. Okay. Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Thanks.
And this is good. As a business, hindi po pwede yan. As your CSR program, at least nga pwede yan. Pero the cost of a whole set is too expensive for a CSR.
But your benefit will be the tax break.
See,
selling is not just the pump, it's really
the system.
Community
system
helping
to support 500
system.
people, right?
The last social entrepreneurs to pitch are a brother and sister tandem that hopefully brightens up our Investors Day.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aisa. I'm the CEO of SALT.
My name is Raf. I'm the CFO of SALT. And we're here looking for $300,000 US, and we're willing to give 10% of the company for it.
I'm an engineer by profession turned social worker. I have worked for various NGOs and foundations and usually travel to rural areas. And I have experience living with off-grid communities, most of which are actually using kerosene lantern as their main source of lighting. Some even travel miles just to buy kerosene for their lanterns. We wanted to replace kerosene lanterns because kerosene lanterns are pervasive, dangerous, and expensive to sustain. And this is our solution. A sustainable, cost-effective, ecologically designed lantern activated by salt water. How it works, it's based on metal-air battery technology. It consumes ambient air and metal with the help of a medium, in this case salt water, for you to generate enough power to light up LEDs. So before we continue, I'm going to be doing a demo of the lantern. What you need to do is you just need to dissolve a tablespoon of salt in a glass of water, and that would give you about 8 hours of lighting. Dip the entire system in the salt water. The chemical reaction is instantaneous. You don't need to wait. All you need to do is just turn on the lantern. You have 8 hours of lighting at night. So this is the material that we submitted a patent on, manufacturing process.
Is this inside?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a breathable material, but it's hydrophobic. So it accepts
For-
air, but it doesn't let salt water out.
Are there any investors investing in your company already?
We have, as of the moment, we have 2, but very small investment.
I remember you guys, you pitched in front of previous President Obama and Jack Ma, right? And since then, I heard a lot of controversial stories about your product. So one of which would be, it was marketed as a product, as a lamp that you just use salt water to power it. But then, true enough, that there are other materials that needs to be maintained.
Yes.
To power the salt lamp, right?
That's correct.
It's just not hypothetical. I ask, if I were to offer you guys, say, $50,000 for the 10%, are you guys open to something like that?
I mean, it's we still have to raise like whatever's left of what we're raising, so we can go towards mass production, because that's really the big bulk of where the money will go to.
So,
Yeah,
if you're selling the early stage, why not give us a price of an early stage? Why ask for how much is that? $300,000 US dollars for mass production of an early stage product.
You're not only investing on the early stage, you're investing on what it would become.
Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations.
Next time on The Final Pitch. It's the third and last day of the initial pitch.
Would anyone like to ride it around?
Yeah, right.
Walang lisensya yan, ha? Huwag mong pa-drive yan.
You have talked for 20 minutes and we don't still understand what your business is.
May business pala kagaya ng Zillibiling. Bakit hindi alam ng karamihan?
Wag mo kami sigawan, ano lang. Kalmado lang.